mga mommy, let's go for healthy pregnancy. Tamang pagkain ng dapat para malusog kayo ni baby. Remember mga nanay, breastfeeding malaking bagay. Ito'y ipagpatuloy kahit na over 2 years old. Tamang nutrisyon, don't forget, yan ang tamang solusyon. I like it, Lucky One. Oh, 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 yan ang tamang paraan. Tamang nutrisyon, don't forget, yan ang tamang solusyon. I like it, Lucky One. Oh, 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 yan ang tamang paraan. Lucky 1000. Ang iyong little girl or boy, sustansya'y dapat puno. Susi sa tamang paglaki, go grow glow food na handa mo. First 1,000 days importante, healthy eating para kampante. Paghandaan nutrition ni baby, makinig sa sinasabi. Tamang nutrisyon, yan ang tamang solusyon. I like it, Lucky One. Oh, 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 yan ang tamang paraan. Tamang nutrisyon, yan ang tamang solusyon. I like it, Lucky One. Oh, 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 yan ang tamang paraan. Lucky One. Oh, 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 yan ang tamang paraan.
This is Jojo, and this is where he lives, in a small farming village, quite far from the town. This is Kaloy, Jojo's father. He rents a little plot of land where he plants rice and some root crops all year round. Jojo is the 5th out of 7 children, and because there are many of them to feed, Tess, Jojo's mother, has to help Kaloy out in the fields whenever she can. But most of the time, they don't have enough food to eat or enough money to buy different kinds of food. And it also doesn't help that sometimes the floods drown their crops. Other times, drought turns their crops to dust. It's also hard for them to get water for drinking and cleaning the house because the well in the village is about an hour's walk away. The water isn't clean all the time and sometimes causes Jojo and his siblings to suffer from stomach aches and diarrhea. All these issues contribute to the malnutrition and especially stunting suffered by children in the village. Many rural communities in the Philippines experience the same situation. At last count, 1 out of every 3 Filipino children suffer from malnutrition that causes stunting, with many of them coming from families of farmers, fisherfolk, indigenous people, and people displaced by armed conflict. That's why Kaloy and Tess are worried, because they know that stunting and malnutrition can affect the physical and mental development of their children, which means their children might not do very well when they grow up. But Jojo and children like him still have a chance. There are people who are working hard so that they can have a better life, like Tonyo and other village officials like him, as well as many volunteers. Tonyo and the village officials conducted a supplementary feeding program where children were served good, nutritious food for 120 days. In that period, many of them gained some weight because of the program. But they did not stop there. Tonyo knew that the supplementary feeding could be more effective if combined with other nutrition-sensitive programs. But what are nutrition-sensitive programs? These are programs that address basic and underlying causes of malnutrition affecting a family, a community, or even the entire nation. And this is exactly what Tonyo and his colleagues are doing. After gathering information about the food security and nutrition situation of the village, Tonyo and the other officials saw that this community needed better access to some very important things. First, clean water. To give the village easier access to clean water, Tonyo's team, with help from the municipal government, is building a water impounding system that can collect and store water from the rain, as well as from the nearby spring. The water collected will then be delivered directly to the houses in the village, as well as to the public school. It will even be used to water farms, like the one Kaloy has. Tonyo also saw that the village needed easier access to more types of food, so that the children there can have better chances of getting all the nutrients their bodies need. One way to make sure different types of food are available to the village is through community and school gardening projects. So Tonyo and his team made sure these were available in their village. Another project they started was backyard duck raising, where they gave several families ducks to raise. Now, Tess is able to include duck eggs, which are rich in protein, in their family's meals. Tonyo said this is a good way for children to get the protein they need so they don't become malnourished. The community gardening and duck raising programs also helped address the third thing Mang Tonyo said their village needed: livelihood opportunities. Now Tess and the other people in the village are able to do activities like vegetable, fruit, and crop farming, food processing, food vending, handicrafts, and livestock raising that let them earn extra money to support their needs. For a long time, it has been difficult for Kaloy and farmers like him to bring their harvest to the market because of the poor road conditions, especially during the rainy season, when it gets all muddy. But that will soon change because Tonyo's team is working with some government agencies to build farm-to-market roads. And if a disaster ever hits their village again, Tonyo said that the people shouldn't worry because they will make sure that there will be enough nutritious food and clean water for affected families. In fact, when the rice fields were flooded by a storm last year, they were there to make sure families with pregnant women and young children were able to get good food and clean water. They also helped Kaloy and other farmers with what they needed to re-establish their livelihood by providing seed, fertilizer, and farming equipment. Tonyo and the other village officials also try to help take care of those who are most vulnerable to nutrition issues, like pregnant women and young children, like Josie, who is pregnant with her first child. They are making sure that Josie would be able to learn about the proper diet for pregnant women and the kind of foods that babies need in their first 1,000 days of life. These are among the many programs that Tonyo and the others are doing to make sure that children like Jojo and his siblings have better food security and nutrition and a better chance in life.
Kinakailangan tayo ang henerasyon na magwawakas sa matinding kahirapan.
Tayo
Ang henerasyon
na pinakapursigidong
Labanan
ang kawalan ng hustisya.
at hindi pagkakapantay-pantay.
at ang henerasyon
na siyang susugpo sa climate change.
At ito ang gagawin natin.
Ang Sustainable Development Goals.
15 taong plano para sa ating lahat.
sa bawat sulok ng mundo.
wala tayong iiwanan.
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundong walang sinuman ang dumaranas.
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundo kung saan
Walang nagugutom at gumigising sa umagang nagtatanong,
May kakainin ba yun?
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundo kung saan walang taong namamatay
sa sakit na may lunas.
at kung saan
Ang tamang pangangalaga.
ng kalusugan ay panghabang buhay.
ang karapatan ng lahat.
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundo kung saan lahat
Ay nakakapag-aral.
At nabibigyan ng sapat na kaalaman.
At kasanayan,
Para sa isang masaganang buhay.
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundo kung saan lahat ng kababaihan
at lahat ng batang babae
Ay may patas na oportunidad
upang umunlad,
Maging matibay at ligtas.
hindi tayo magtatagumpay
Kung kalahati ng mundo,
ay naiiwanan.
mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundo kung saan
lahat ay mayroong malinis na tubig
at maayos na palikuran
Sa bahay.
at sa trabaho.
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundong
Sapat na enerhiya para sa lahat. Init, ilaw at
Kuryente na hindi sumisira sa mundo.
Sa isang mundong umuunlad
Ang mga ekonomiya
at ang kayamanang tinatamasa
ay siya ring magbibigay
ng disenteng trabaho para sa lahat.
Sa isang mundo kung saan ang ating
mga industriya
infrastruktura at pinakamahusay na inobasyon
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundong walang diskriminasyon at labis na di pagkakapantay-pantay.
sa loob ng ating bansa
Sa pagitan ng mga bansa.
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundo kung saan
ang lungsod at komunidad ay ligtas.
maunlad at sumusuporta sa mga naninirahan dito.
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundo kung saan ibinabalik natin
ating kinuha sa inang kalikasan.
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundong desididong sumpuin
ang banta ng climate change.
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundo
Kung saan pinangangalagaan natin ang ating mga karagatan.
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundo kung saan pinangangalagaan natin ang buhay sa kalupaan.
Mga kagubatan, mga hayop.
ang kabuuan ng ating daigdig.
Mamumuhay tayo sa isang mundo kung saan may kapayapaan sa bansa.
Kung saan ang lahat ng pamahalaan ay may pananagutan.
At isang mundo
kung saan mamamayani ang hustisya at bawat isa ay pantay sa harap ng batas.
At tayo ay dapat mamuhay sa isang mundo kung saan ang lahat ng bansa
at ang kanilang mga mamamayan
Ay magtutulungan upang isakatuparan ang Sustainable Development Goals.
sa lahat ng mga tao at sa lahat ng sulok ng mundo.
Ito ang United Nations Sustainable Development Goals.
Tayo na't kumilos
Sabay-sabay nating isakatuparan ito.
Para sa atin,
Ito ang United Nations Sustainable Development
'2020 has been a challenging year, not just for our country, but for the world.
Loss of income, poverty, hunger. These are just some of the tough roads we needed to cross.
The stories of these farmers and these citizens are the living testaments of the mountains that we need to conquer.
Consistent with the system's mission of contributing significantly to the National Development Goal of food security,
The USDP has innovated a haven of sustainable progress, honing the optimum productivity of our small-scale farmers.
I am Judy,
I am Cyril,
and this is the USDP Pandemic Farm.
Hello, and good afternoon mga ka-GSK, yung mga ka-Harmony. How are you today? We are back. I'm back. I am back. Diba? It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon and it's a happy Sabbath day. And this is a very special episode because we are celebrating the World Food Day. Yes, no? Pagkaon na nga tong istoryahan karon, but it's not just gonna be about pagkaon, but if you have noticed our posters, no, posted in our pages sa GSKCDO ug sa In Harmony pages, no, we are gonna be celebrating World Food Day in the presence of youth leaders who are doing their advocacies para ma-ensure that we will have a secure and safe and sustainable food supply in our respective communities. So, no, we have a lot of stories to share with you this afternoon. We will be joined this afternoon we're starting off with bago lang yun sila na human sa ilahang national nga feat, no, from USTP Balubal, the team Balzip and Clomet. We will be talking with them, and also we will also be talking with Kids Who Farm mga leaders, no, from Zamboanga and also in Capiz. And not only that, we will also be sharing with you some technologies that USTP, the University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines, have para mapalambo pa ang atuang pag-istoryahan o atuang mga ganap sa food security. Now, some trivia before we proceed, no? Ano sa ba nagsugod ang World Food Day? Bago lang ba sa inyo haning istorya nga World Food Day? Baka no? No, because you've been eating a lot of food already and you didn't know when we are celebrating World Food Day. It's today, actually, October 16. But it was first observed in 1945 by the United Nations Food Agriculture Organization. It was celebrated in time for the launching of UNFAO. The main focus of World Food Day was to celebrate the promotion of food security across the globe, especially in this time of the pandemic. No, so the Food Agriculture Organization has played a pivotal role in achieving this goal, and this day also serves as a reminder to us of the necessity of the organization, UNFAO, and helps to aware the world of the requirement for better agriculture policies to be adopted and executed by governments all over the globe to make sure there is enough food available for everyone. Na-feel nyo ba yan during pandemic, no? I remember last year when the quarantine was imposed, first few weeks, grabe ang ingay natin lahat, no? Kasi we were really scared of kung saan tayo kukuha ng ating pagkain because there were some of us na lay off, na medyo nag-stop sa trabaho. And of course, food is very basic, di ba? Food, clothing, and shelter. Basic yan sa ating survival. Kung mawala yung food, paano na tayo? Di ba? So, kailangan natin yan siyang pag-usapan ngayong hapon. And this year's theme is Safe Food Now for a Healthier Tomorrow. No? So how do we achieve that? Ba? We're able, through the conversations that we will have with our guests this afternoon, we would be more proactive in taking a role, an advocacy in promoting food security so that we would have a sustainable and resilient communities. So, ano ba? Ano pa bang natin, no? So, na-mention ko na kanina. So, I hope that you can share this episode rather natin. Mag-hi na muna ako bago natin siya ilabas yung mga guests natin. They're in the backstage na ready na sila, no? Hi ko lang. Yung mga viewers natin dyan, no? We have 7. Baka pa-share na lang itong natin, yung live episode natin. And comment below naman kung saan kayo watching para malaman namin. Like, hello, Mazam, Manens, Bibi May Juanico. Yes, Maayong hapon ka GSK. We are back again. Di ba last month meron lang tayong webinar, so this time meron na naman tayo. Di ba? And then we also have good noon ka GSK watching from Claveria, Misamis Oriental. Hi Miss Christine Padesio Villases. Salamat sa pag-join sa ating programa this afternoon. Hope that you could share naman dyan. And si Miss Hazel, hi Mother, you're watching. Hello, kumusta ang mga accreditation natin dyan, no? Watching pa din. And of course, ang partner natin sa Urban Community Microfarm. Hello, Monsi. Ano ba? Buenas tardes. Yon, 'di ba? Sa Zamboanga. And yes, happy World Food Day sa ating lahat. So now, keep your comments coming and share itong live natin. This is cross-streamed, no? Sa dalawang pages. That's GSK CDO and In Harmony. And before natin pala ilabas, I'd like to thank our mga partners in the celebration. Starting off, of course, our partner all the way from Zamboanga, no? From Moansi there, and Reina, Kids Who Farm, and of course, we have the messaging hub of Equal Access International. Normin, hello, salamat for being our partner. And the Department of Agricultural Productivity Operations Office, JCI Cagayahan Gold, of course, the academic units of the University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines, starting with Claveria College of Agriculture, the Department of Technology Communication Management. Hello dyan kay Jerwin, nasa technical. And hello, Manens. And of course, we have the Department of Technicians and Technology Education of the College of Science and Technology Education and the Department of Teaching Languages. And of course, pahuli ba, ang Center for Human Development and Agropolis SNP Park. So lahat sa atin, no, maayong hapon, magandang hapon sa ating lahat. Good afternoon. And I hope that you will have a fun-filled and busog na busog kayo sa ating conversation this afternoon. So ano na? Excited na ba kayong ma-meet kung sino yung first guest natin? Actually, fresh sila. Nabilokan ako. Fresh na fresh sila. I'm so excited really. It's really an honor to be talking with them this afternoon kasi kahapon lang sila natapos yung national competition nila. They weren't able to snatch the grand prize, no? But being in the top already in the national, among the top 6 all over the country na mga innovators, that's already an honor. Grabe na, salamat na. And they are, sipin nyo, later, ang babata pa nila. I call them the young innovators of USTP Balubal. They are the grand finalists to Innovation Olympics 2.0, which is primarily organized by East West and other partners. We will be meeting later Team Balzip and Team Clomet. But before that, we'll share with you their video kung anong innovation ginawa nila that they submitted for the competition. So, here's the video. Let's watch this.
Our farmers' lives are in great danger. Our journey leads us to see that our farmers' lives is at risk. Laborious work that contributed low yield equals low income, which would lead them to poverty and hunger. And these are the main reason why Zip Drone was made. It is a cable suspended drone used for farm monitoring and distribution of fertilizers and pesticide is the concept of our Zip Drone. As our journey continue on making the technology, we learned that it should be light in weight. So majority of the materials except for the tank and the electronics are made up of aluminum with the rechargeable batteries for the propellers and pump for the sprayer. Another disadvantage of agricultural drone is it's dangerous both for the plants and for the farmers, as it's difficult to maneuver and may hit the plants. So we make the drone's flight suspended on a cable to make the danger non-existing. We also innovate the land-based robot, but this technology will require and will use a wider space for its wheels with the possibility to run over the plants. Using the zip drones, since we elevate the technology, the possibility of running over the plants is impossible. Building the technology was hard for us physically, mentally, and financially. It was a tough one, but the thought of making the life of a farmer easier, more productive, and safer keeps us going. We gathered some of the Balubal farmers to test our technology, and according to them, it helps them in monitoring their vegetables with the use of the ESP32 cam that has 2 megapixel to see the situation of the plants through the condition of the leaves. Our technology is also effective and efficient in terms of distributing of fertilizers and pesticides.
Sada kayo gamiton sa farmers para sa kanang murag hayahay, dili na kapoy. Kay ngano man, magpalit man ka, maglikura aron man ka. So mas nindot ni nga ma-introduce sa ubang nga farmers karon sad nga ang bag-o na to nga technology karon nani ato ni magamit dapat sad mo improve. Kay tanaw nako, murag gaan ra kayo ang trabaho. Dali ra. Para sa ako nindot kay ano dili naman malangan ang tao, dili na pud kapoy sa tao, kay dili naman ingon nga bugat yang babahon. Kay kung mag-spray kag manual is 16 liters imong pasanon, so imong puro nga ikumpara ani, so wala lang gaan na kayo. So mas nindot wapo technology. Ma-recommend ako sila tanawon sa aktual, gusto sila ako pa sila nga ipa-operate tanawa kayo no, hayahay kayo mga number 4 ka lang diha sa imong daplin magbubo ka na, so kinanglan walang katao. So
to make this as a startup company. John Leo Noval as our Chief Executive Officer, I, Mary Rose Lopez, as the Chief Operating Officer, Rizal Ann Bactong as our Production Manager, and Ferly Maribao as our Marketing Manager. As our technology helps most of our partners here in Balubal, we need to expand and keep on going. We see a great potential in our technology that would make an impact to our farmers. We believe in Balzip. We believe in the future of agriculture. We believe in the young innovators, so we need you to believe in us. Again, we are the Balzip team, making the life of the farmers easier through innovative technologies.
The agricultural industry plays the most important role in our daily lives. The food that we consume every day, materials used in building shelter, fabrics used to make clothes, and for business purposes are all came from agriculture. Yet it was not given enough attention or support from the government. That is why small-scale farmers are struggling to grow. In Barangay Balubal, there are at least 57 registered farmers who woke up early in the morning to prepare for their whole day work. Most of these farmers are experiencing low crop productivity and crop wastage due to lack of knowledge in fertilizer application. Those farmers practice traditional way of farming wherein they use the guessing method in applying fertilizer that causes them to have a low crop production. As a solution to this problem, our team brainstormed, gathered information, worked, and did a test run for the past 7 months to create the Clomet. Clomet is a portable chlorophyll meter for farm use. This device is used to estimate nitrogen content and deficiency in plants by testing the leaves. This innovative idea will help the future generation. We designed this device easier and user-friendly so that the farmers will not compromise on their farm's input. The price ranges from 3,000 to 5,000 compared to the existing chlorophyll meter in the market, which costs 15,000 to 100,000.
The Clomet also comes with a companion mobile phone app that determines the required fertilizer based on the reading from the device.
This device will also be upgraded, which can measure the phosphorus and potassium. We were able to collect the data through calibrating it with the SPAD 502. We also introduced and let the farmers try the Clomet on their own farm for them to experience its purpose and effectivity, and afterward, we interviewed them for their feedback.
Isip mag-uuma kung ako ang pasultion. Tako gigatabang oy kay mo bayang naandan unya gawas ba dili na gid kinahanglan na magpalit kay naa man. Unya, siyempre mo adapt mangitan sa bag-ong technology karon.
Isip lugar usa ka anak sa farmers na sinati nako nga unsay kakulangon sa among tanom. So sama ni karon sa akong tanom, naagid siya needed nga ihatag na supply sa akong plants. So because of this Clomet, thank you so much. Kay nahimbawan nako ang kakulangon sa ako ang vegetable. And kana siya nga kakulangon nga dapat ako giipuno gid diri sa akong garden nga kulang sa iya. So with the farmers, dapat pod mo gamit ang technology nga sama niini. Tungod kay dako ni siya nga tabang nga sa mga farmers lugar kung unsa gid needed sa yuta pod nga atong i-apply.
Sir, you have mentioned that you only use one spud for many projects, right?
Yes.
So you're doing a lot of researches, then sadly you only have one spud method.
Yes.
Because you mentioned it's expensive and it's very difficult to acquire. So if you're given with this Clomet, our Clomet device, wherein we try to make it as accurate as possible compared to SPAD 502, do you think it will greatly improve or enhance your work? And what do you think is the added benefits of this Clomet device to your projects?
Yes, sir. That's correct. We only have one working SPAD meter here at the research office of the USTP Club area. So it's a great discomfort knowing you have to compete with other researchers in using the SPAD meter, and knowing there would be something available tech in a lower cost and a lower expense than that what we are using. It would greatly help and actually increase productivity as a researcher, and also we could also correlate results from another type of that tech, so that we could always come up with a better accuracy in getting our research our data. Okay?
As land cultivation was one of the most expected profit gaining among small-scale farmers, especially here in Region 10, we innovate the low-cost chlorophyll meter to lessen the burden of every farmers on large fertilizer costs and gaining higher income from farming. Farmers are experiencing a lot of challenges in their life every day. But with Clomet, that offers automated chlorophyll meter to lessen the fertilizer expenses and for better crop production, we can make their lives better. 5 years from now, we will be a agri-tech company who will be able to sell Clomet to all small-scale farmers in the Philippines. Hannah Jasmine Cinco as Chief Executive Officer, Cindy Cabusas as Chief President Marketing, Robert Mandehar as Operating Manager, and yours truly, Jeremy Zarate as Chief Operating Officer. Low-cost chlorophyll meter team innovate to ameliorate the bridging gap in regards to attaining higher income, lesser costs, and to more abundant and healthier harvest.
Yes! Hello, hello, hello! Good afternoon! Andito na po sila! Yes, Team Clomet at Team Balzip.
Good afternoon po.
Hello! Kumusta naman? They are, introduce ko sila ulit ha, para lang for the of everyone. Yesterday lang sila galing ng kanilang national competition. They're grand finalists to Innovation Olympics 2.0. Innovation Olympics 2.0 is a collaborative project among East-West SEED, Southeast Asian Regional Center for Graduate Study and Research Agriculture or SEERCA, Sentient Colors LLC, University of the Philippines Los Baños Startup Innovation and Business Opportunity Linkage Labs or UPLB CBOL Labs, and APEC. Alright, the UPLB Business Network. And they were competing with 4 other mga universities all over the country. There's one from University of Mindanao, there's one also in the Cordilleras, and 2 from USTP Virtual Club naman dyan, mga GSK at saka ka-IH natin dyan. So, hello, hello. We're joined this afternoon. 4 yan sila per team, ha? Pero, we were graced by 2 per team. Si Mary Rose Lopez and John Leon Naval. Hello. Of Team Balsip. Alright, and of course, we have Miss Hannah Hasmincinco and Jeremy Zarate of Team Clomet. Hello! Mga future na ito ng mga negosyante sa agriculture. Diba? Diba? Because they will be, what you've seen earlier will be actually, na siya, pang startup na talaga yun. Diba? They have already started giving the technology na. So, simulan natin. How was the competition?
It was very exciting and we have really learned so much from the competition kasi mahaba yung competition. So it was the learnings is grabe yung talaga yung pagtuturo ng coach namin. Tas pag we started from zero. Nag-start may nga competition is wala mi hanaw kung unsa ni ang innovation like this. Then invite me ni sir, then you mold me to be a young innovators, and we tungod sa USTP Balubal staff na sa kang Dr. Apuan, they really encourage us to join and continue this competition bisag grabe ka siya kahago, grabe ka kuan, grabe maka-pressure kay ang mga kontra kay grabe na ka mga nanay PhD holder. So it was very fun and it was very great for us.
Yes. I think tama ba? Tama siya nga you are murag among the youngest nga nag-join because I watched the grand finals yesterday. No? No,
Yes,
you are lang for the information of everyone, they are second year college students from USTP Balubal. Imagine that. I'm having chills na gid siya. Uy, nga you started your competition last year pa, no? You were first
Yes
year
po,
and now they're second year.
First year po.
Oh, ha? Then fresh from senior high, and then USTP Balubal is a new campus of USTP, and then here you are going to the national competitions. Oh my gosh, you're one team to beat. Pero yung composition nyo, no, is man siya, mixed siya. Pwede ma-share ninyo kung saan team composition ninyo. Pwede na po nyo i-greet inyong mga teammates o inyong mga coaches.
In behalf of the Balzip team, and hi, from Furley Maribao and Rizal and Bactong. So we are on lahi-lahi gid may course. Si John Leo Naval is agricultural technology student. Ako kay information technology. Si Rizal Ann is education major in ICT, and si Furley Maribao is also agricultural technology student. So it was among journey as kay lahi-lahi lagi mi og field nga gikuanan, pero we have learned to embrace each other's weaknesses and strength sa pagpadayon sa so that was our kay kanang lahi man make strength, so murag mas nakuan namo nga adirita kay Rico kay ako diri, then ikaw murag mas natunga na mo na trabaho, so kuan gyud kanang ang teamwork is very very needed kaayo ato nga time sa mga competition, and it was kuan gyud kay among mga kauban man pud kay grabe ka mga buutan, flexible mo to siya.
Ba? Yay! So collaboration yun siya. What about Team Clomet?
May hapon sa tanan o ganang sa akong teammates in behalf of Team Clomet. May hapon sa akong ka-team na si Cindy Cabusas o si Robert Bihar, and we the Clomet team compose agricultural student as well. And then Cindy Cabusas is a information technology student.
So gyud siya? Like what was said earlier, no, nga pooling of gyud siya, mga strengths, mga resources, no, tinabangay. So makita gyud nimo siya. That's collaboration is one siya, 'di ba, kanang kalimot ko sa word. Medyo naglangko ako diba, collaboration is what is na dapat sa karon industry 4.0, diba? So and you are a testament to that. Now man siya, you are considered this time, no, as agrilenials, no, kay kuan, diba, millennial na but into agriculture. What was your motivation ba in joining this competition, knowing agriculture, diba, makita ninyo as observe, wala na gyud kaayo mga batanon kay man good kanang this is something new nga mura bitag mga batanon taking a lead in agriculture. What was your motivation in doing that, in engaging in going into this competition nga you endure as what mas mentioned kanina na bisag lisod padayon lang, di man siguro po natungod lang sa grades, no? What is your motivation? Si Lang Leo, pwede baka maka-share?
So yung po mais yung sige, so okay ba mga dyan? So yung motivation pa namin is yung mga problema talaga ng mga farmers, kaya po kami sumali sa competition kasi para matulungan po yung mga problema nila. Kasi kung makikita natin, napaka kumbaga kapoy kaayo ang pagtrabaho sa farm. Like mag-spray ka nga nakaludo og lugar, example 16 liters, so hago kaayo na sa pagmonitor sa farm, no? And then makita pod nato nga most of the farmers today is kuan na kanang mga idaran na sila. So kung imong imagine ang mga tiguang nagatiman sa farm, grabe gid kahago. So kuan ani among kuan ani nga ang mga batanon kailangan gid sila mo engage into farming kay unsaon na lang og pag-abot sa future, no, wala wala na mo trabaho sa farm, unsa na lang ang atong kanon. So that's why. Thank you, ma'am.
Tinuod ba nga unsaon na lang kung wala na gyud sila, oh my gosh, nata bato na atong kuanon kay puro na siya canned goods or kinamahal na siya kaayo, di ba, kay di na gina-produce din ha, no? So tama gyud na siya, Leo, no? So salamat sa inyo ha, but siguro pangutanon nato silang silang Jeremy ug sila ni Hannah, based on your experience ba, what was your what would you advise ba, medyo na-mention na ni Leo no nga lisod yun siya, what would you advise the youth, would you advise rather the youth to still engage into farming, no, nga would you advise ba them engage into farming even nga lisod man siya? Medyo dili na ko madunggan ang imuhang audio, Je. Naay siguro sa imong mic, pwede iduol. Naa siya technical, dili gyapon ako sa maano. Siguro if you can ayun daw. Baka ang headset na ay problema. Kay sayang kayo ilang story lang sharing ani. Imagine no, mga bata pa kayo. Yes, yun. We can hear you now. Yes. Sige, go ahead, Miss Je.
Pag-apel naman sa innovation is pag-apel naman sa innovation is na-expose kami sa life sa farmers and makakuan jud mi nga kung unsa ka important ang dapat makabalota kung unsa ang about sa farm. And kabalo man ta nga tanan natong kinaon kay gikan jud sa farming, sa agriculture. So kita nga unta manginaot ko na unta ang mga kabatan-unan karon mag-try pud sila og sabot og tuon sa pag-farm kay mao man pud ni jud atong kinahanglan sa atong adlaw-adlaw nga kinabuhi.
Ba? Tinuod jud, balik yun ang narrative no, and then so kana bitaw digid sa lalim nga kung di ta magtuon unsaon pagpatubo sa ato mga gikaon. Who else will do that for us? Ba? Tinuod yun na siya. No, siguro? Basig napay gusto mo share, Leo? You want to share? You add to that or unsa ba?
So unsa pa kami? So yes, ma'am. So though the agriculture is not popular, so but it has a big impact naman sa mga tao, especially sa ato mga consumers, diba? So kailangan nato nga mo-engage into farming. Kay lagi ang atong mga mga farmer karon mga tiguang na, so kailangan nila og para sa to mga inventor, pwede ta mag-innovate og mga technology nga makatabang, makapalisen sa ilang burden. Then that's ma'am.
Ba, with your technology, ba? Because this is no longer just the typical nga farming, because what you did is actually adding, gi-merge ninyo si technology sa farming, making farming more easier na siya and more attractive na siya, 'di ba? And mas taas na po dayon siya ang yield given nga katong sa inyong balzip, 'di ba? Guaranteed na siya nga maklaro gyud, ma-target gyud kung unsa gyud ang kuanon sa mga crops, at the same time si Clomet ma-check gadaot na baday ni akong tanom o wala pa, 'di ba? So that's the way forward na siya, no? And that's how this is one way how our youth can really engage into farming, making our farming mas fun, mas easier because you incorporate technology. Saludo ko sa inyo, hagyod, salamat kayo sa inyo. But before we let you go, what is your message to the generation ba nga karon in your who may have kana bitaw di man gud siya popular ang farming, di ba? Murag kung ihapon nimo kung mayon kag unsay mong course, unsay mong agriculture, ay nganong agriculture man ka, di ba? Nay mga inana gyud nga mga ganap. So unsa kuan, what is your message to them nga para ma-convince ninyo sila nga there is really beauty, there is really fun in going into agriculture?
Sige, so sa mo ang ano sa mga fellow mga teenagers, mga batanon kay since kuan man ang ato amang we all know nga kita millennials kay gusto ta nga ato ang work is involved na sa technology. Worry no more kay ang technology gina-engage na pud siya sa farming. Ang farming dili na siya ingon ana kahago pareha sa una nga manual tanan karon with the technologies nga ginabuhat for farming dako gid kay siya katabang sa para mas lessen ang burden sa to ang mga farmers. Then that's why farming is very fun. Kay aton sa kwan sa mabuhat na mo siya nga murag chill na lang, murag dili na gyud ingon ana kahago, pero ang tabang nimo sa tibok nasod is grabe gihapon impact.
Tinuod, ganahan ko adto nga statement, 'di ba? That you are not just doing it for yourself but for the community and for the nation in general. 'Di ba? Sa team nila ni Team Clomet, go. What is your message into mga batanon na to karon nga medyo dili kay sila into farming, into agriculture?
Dili na siya mag-headset.
Sa mga kabatanunan nga susama nako, ang agriculture sector ang pinaka-important nga career because agriculture is feeding the whole nation, eliminate hunger. Agriculture is the one who provide and sustain
For us to survive. From the food that we need the most, from the shelter and clothes, are all came from agriculture. We also know that na ang agriculture diri sa Pilipinas dili kaayo katagaan og pansin kay lagi kini ang pinakahago nga trabaho. Ug maong gakagamay na ang farmers diri sa Pilipinas kay mauni ang perspective sa mga kabatan-unan karon. Pero dili ni siya ang igong rason para ma-discourage na ta sa agriculture. And yes, it is given na hago, pero when the time has come na makaani na ka sa imong gitanong, your hard work and effort will be all worth it because it is a fulfilling duty to raise a product that all from agriculture, knowing that it will be a great help to the people to provide their needs. So to the youngsters out there, let us help one another na mapalago nato ang agriculture diri sa Pilipinas, and let us help to sustain our basic needs. Ma'am, thank you.
Tinuod ba? Grabe gyud no. Saludo kaayo ko. Naay comment si Ma'am Ivy dire no, a faculty sa ato ang USTP no. Collaboration is one of the graduate attributes of USTP. Congrats on your collaborative effort. Ba? Salamat jud kaayo og from my end no. Padayon mo nang giingon sa ako you are a winner. The grand prize being declared a grand prize, it's bonus na siya because you are already out there. Your technology is already known. It's just a matter of time that somebody will really invest into that mga kuan na to because you are doing a great job for our farmers and para sa amo ang sa ato ang community. Daghang kayong salamat sa inyong time. Before I let you go, you might want to thank your coaches, inyong mga family, inyong mga friends who supported you. The floor is yours now.
So we would like to thank especially our coach, Engineer Pasqua, who molded us to be a young innovators, and to Dr. Apuan for supporting us aning a journey. And Dr. Kultura, President Kultura for not letting us nga pasagdan lang iya gid mi gisuportahan ani nga journey. Then sa balubal staffs nga permi pod mag-encourage sa mua sa mga teachers, Sir Mark, Ma'am Marge, Sir Pipanya, thank you so much for being always there for us. Then sa mga family sa nag-support sa mua, and sa especially sa barangay balubal officials nga grabe gid nga mo support sa mua kanang sila gid ang mo push og ayo. Salamat kayo sa inyong efforts. Then especially the balubal farmers di ay nga andam kaayo mo kuan sa mo tabang pod nga mo andam pod mo kuan sa mga survey sa mga pangutana. Salamat kayo kagawad Rosel, thank you so much for helping magpahulam kasi mong farm. Thank you.
Ayan. Di ba? So, ano gid siya, no? We all, from all your narratives, no, makita gid ninyo, if we will all work together for the good of everyone, our world will become a better place to live in. Ba? Daghan kayong salamat sa inyong time, and you guys check them out.
Thank you so much,
USTP Balubal,
ma'am.
no?
Thank you, ma'am.
Saludo sa inyong
Thank
time
you.
din, ha. Have a good day. And
Yeah.
mga ka-IH ug mga ka-GSK, no, wala pa diha
Thank you,
naghuman ang ato ang
ma'am.
mga
Thank you po.
thank you. Thank you. God bless. O wala pa diha, as I was saying, wala pa diha naghuman ang atong conversation kung unsa di ay ang mga estudyante sa USTP, because we are gonna share with you a video of another winner. Grabe ginang USTP ba? This is a grand champion in the first National Agri-Youth Vlogging Contest during the first National Agri-Youth Summit held last May 11 to 12 of this year, with the theme Producing Leaders in Agriculture Towards New Thinking. Si Justin Ray Balbin, a BS Agriculture graduate of USTP Claveria, with his teacher, no, Jezreel Hanupol of the College of Agriculture of USTP Claveria, they snatched that grand prize. Let's check this out kung unsa ni ilahang video.
Itinuturing na agricultural country, pero napakaliit ng bilang ng ating mga magsasaka. Nadiskobring ang mga magsasaka ng bansa, tumatanda na.
The average age of farmers now, Pangilinan says, is 57.
Di isa raw kasi sa mga anak niya,
Right. Medyo gid siya, no, mga ka-IH. We are having technical difficulty karong bangtaw. Eto gid siya, no, ang mga challenges nato sa ato ang basta live and alive, no, but do not worry, because mabalik rata ana mo atong ipakita tong ilahang gi-vlog kung unsa to ang story niya as a farmer, no, nga nakatabang siya, and how it is to be an agrilineal. Kaya nakita ninyo sila, di ba? So, moving on, while our technical is kanang fixing kung okay na ba ta, ba? Okay, hapit na daw kuno siya. I'd like to get your comments, your thoughts siguro, no, mga viewers na to. We have medyo daghan na ta. So, let's continue with the kaganina ni ingon we have from Zamboanga City represent Sofia Arasa Pandangan, because our next guests that we will be talking will be coming from Zamboanga and Capiz. So, this is the moment na talaga, no? It's really a very inspiring afternoon that we have that we have today, because we are not just talking to mga youth leaders in the region, but across other regions like Zamboanga Region 9 and Capiz, is that Region 6? Tama pa ba? Review na ako mga regions, no? And of course, si Blas Ani saying good afternoon, watching from Balulang. Asa ni siya dapit ba? Kay murag pariha man ni Balulang. Ang ba? Di ba? And of course, we have Lauren May Ranario is watching from Puntod. Hello. Silingan ra siguro mo ni Jerwin. Ba, kumusta diha sa Puntod? And Munir Monsi is again sharing, saying, hello Team Balzip and Clomet, great sharing. Yes, Mons, maka-inspire yun sila. Imagine the age nila, no? First year pa lang, they went through, last year pa na sila nagsugod, and they have really aced. They've sa regional nga competition. That's why they were able to be in the national competition. And ilana siya ba, no? It's making me murag hapit na ra ba ta mag-abot sa mga kaduol na, no, sa mga kaidaron, no, murag makaano ka nga, wow, the world is beautiful. Naa pa siya hope, because the youth are engaged into that agriculture na siya, ba? So lang siguro ta, we will get back. Okay na, ready na ta sa ato ang video about katong. So once again, no, this is The video that won during the first National Agri-Youth Vlogging Contest during the first National Agri-Youth Summit 2021 held last May 11 to 12. Mga ka-H yung mga ka-GSK meet, Justin Ray Balbin. Technicals, take it away.
Tinuturing na agricultural country pero napakaliit ng bilang ng ating mga magsasaka na diskubreng ang mga magsasaka ng bansa tumatanda na.
The average age of farmers now, Pangilinan says, is 57.
Di isa raw kasi sa mga anak niya ayaw ng pasukin ng pagsasaka.
Siguro hindi nila gusto nila yung mga trabahong hindi sila nasisikatan ng araw.
After college, ang mindset ng karamihan ay mag-abroad kasi doon daw nila nakikita ang future nila.
Halos wala na rin sa mga anak ng mga magsasaka ang gustong sumunod sa mga yapak nila.
Walang gustong magnegosyo dito sa atin, walang gustong mag-venture sa agriculture. Gusto ng karamihan na umunlad ang ating bansa. Pero pag ganito ang mindset ng lahat, parang mahirap.
Hi, I am Justin Ray Balbin, residing at Salay River 2, Salay, Misamis Oriental in Northern Mindanao. And I am 22 years old and proudly to say I am certified young agripreneur. Ngayon po ay mayroon po tayong 10 inahing baboy na inaalagaan dito sa ating bakuran. Ang AB Backyard Farm ay nagbebenta ng mga weanlings or 1 to 2 months old na piglets. At kumikita kami dito ng more or less 120,000 per cycle. At ang isang inahing baboy ay nagsisiklo ng 2 beses sa isang taon. So sa pamamalakad ng aking AB Backyard ay hindi ako nagiging dependent sa mga middleman. Gumagawa ako ng sarili kong marketplace. I am a Bachelor of Science in Agriculture student, major in Animal Science at University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines, Claveria. Way back 2018, isa po tayo sa pinalad na maging isa sa prestihiyosong international internship program sa Israel in partnership with AgroStudy. Ito po ay isang taong internship program kung saan ay pinag-aaralan namin ang agrikultura ng Israel. Sa isang taong kong pamamalagi doon sa Israel, mayroon kaming buwan ng allowance at yung buwan ng allowance doon is sapat na upang makapagtayo ng aking farm dito sa aking likod. Bukod sa tinsel level na backyard farm, meron din akong nabili na pangsakahan na sapat na para pagtuunan ko ng pansin o paglagyan ko ng mga agricultural crops na pwede ko rin pagkakitaan. Mataas yung demand ng pork meat dito sa aming lugar at saka wala masyadong kakompetensya ko dito. In terms sa pagbababoyan, malaki yung importasyon ng karneng baboy mula sa ibang bansa. 5 to 10 years from now, magbabago ang mukha ng agrikultura. Kung walang young agriculture na susunod, paniguradong magkakaroon ng krisis sa pagkain sa buong bansa. Bakit young agripreneur? Kasi mahirap nang baguhin yung mga old practices ng mga old farmer eh. Yung gagawin natin is yung makabago. Hindi lang yung nagtatanim tapos nag-aani, kundi yung mga nagtatanim, nag-aani tapos nakakapagpundar ng kanilang mga gusto sa buhay. Kaya dapat tayong mga young people, tayong mga millennial, is dapat i-encourage natin yung sarili natin na maging rich sa agriculture. Kasi everything in this world runs in agriculture. Agriculture is the backbone of our economy. Kaya dapat tignan natin ang agriculture as professional work. Hindi lang siya panghirap. Tignan nyo ang ibang country. Tignan mo ang Israel. Yung lupa natin, masyadong masagana. Maraming arable land. Yung sa Israel, 20,000 square kilometers. Half lang yan ang arable. Ang half dyan is deserto. Pero tingnan nyo, napakalaki ang kanilang kontribusyon sa teknolohiya at napakayaman na bansa nila.
Turnkey projects that include high-tech greenhouses and advanced control and monitoring open platform.
This open platform wraps up.
I encourage the young people na huwag ikahiya ang agrikultura. kung lahat tayo magtutulungan at ini-encourage natin ang bawat isa na mag-engage sa agrikultura, aangat ang agrikultura sa ating bayan. At isa lang masasabi ko sa inyo, tandaan nyo, may pera sa agrikultura.
And yes, may pera nga sa agrikultura. And I like what Justin Ray mentioned earlier ba, no, na ibahin na. Hindi na yung old na technique na technology ng agriculture. And because of that, andito na nga tayo. All the way from Zamboanga and Capiz. Survive si Teacher Emmy sa Capiz. Teacher Emmy. Di ba? Allow me to introduce. These are mga ka-IH natin, no, sa ating mga viewers, no? These are the partners of Kids Who Farm in implementing youth food gardens and mobilizing youth residents in local food security initiatives. Please meet the SK Chairman from Barangay Divisoria, Zamboanga City Court and core team of Kids Who Farm, Remjan Miranda. Hello. Baka pwede i-unmute mo yung mic
yes.
mo, John. Yes. Ayun.
Hey po,
Nakamute
good
ka pa din.
afternoon po.
Hello. Yes. Eto, magtatagalog na talaga ako. Code switch lang talaga tayo. And we also is joined by the Secretary of SK from Barangay Malagutay, still from Zamboanga City, Miss Christine Pesedas. Hi, Christine.
Everyone. Hi, Ma'am. Hi, Sir Remjan. Hi, Ma'am Emmy, and everyone who's watching. Hello po. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. And eto siya. She's a young farmer and take note, a licensed teacher. Unique to story niya eh. She's a 2020 Youth for Sustainable Philippines Y4SP winner, and of course, a Kids Who Farm ambassador in Dao Capiz, and 2021 DA Agribiz Challenge provincial winner for the project hydroponically grown lettuce. Oh my gosh, it's my honor to introduce to you Teacher Emmy Espialbo. Hi! Ayun. Medyo may challenge dyan sa ano. Hello.
Hi, Ramjan. Hello, everyone. Maayong hapon from Capiz.
Yes, all the way from Visayas. When I was talking to them off cam bitaw, I was thinking, because when Monsi mentioned from Zamboanga, I was thinking Capiz, Zamboanga. So parang Capiz as in Visayas. Wow, 'di ba? So hello, thank you for gracing us. Ito kasi sila, bago tayo mag-usap, no, kung ano talaga, let's watch muna yung video ng SK Zamboanga on what they have done so far in farming. Ready na ba tayo?
Sa oras na SK Farm sa Barangay Divisoria. So SK Farm, yung inisyal sa Guniang Kabataan, Barangay Divisoria, para po di kita man-address ang problema ng food security. Kaya experience kita during pandemic.
This is a collaborative effort of organizations who are very passionate about food security. City Agriculture of the local government unit of Zamboanga, Kids Who Farm, I Can Make a Difference, Upcycle Mindanao, Seed Bank, Rotary Club Zamboanga City East, Rotary Club of Zamboanga City West, and a lot more. Alam niyo ba na ang aming garden ngayon ay dating basurahan? Tignan niyo naman ngayon, with perseverance, hard work, and determination, we were able to turn this dump site into a thriving garden. also recycle PET bottles and make them as pots. We were able to sell the vegetables and can sustain the farm through its sales. With our established garden, we are using it as a learning site for the youth who wants to have their farm in their homes. And in making this possible, you need to start right now. There's no big or small spaces. What's important is your mindset.
Ayun. Grabe naman. No, napaka-inspiring. I-join natin si Teacher Emmy. Ayan, si Teacher Emmy talaga. Medyo may challenge talaga sa signal sa end ni Teacher
Yes.
Emmy kasi naririnig na doon niya yung mga thundercats. Umuulan na din doon. Oo, so she might be pasok ganon. So sige lang. Makausap din natin si Teacher Emmy. But for now siguro let's talk with SK Chair, Remjan, and Christine. Yung nakita ko kasi, ito yung i-adapt namin na model dito sa Cagayan de Oro with our 2 adopted barangays na you have the garden na talagang kumikita. Pero question ko lang Sir Remjan, no, ilang gardens na kasi magkaiba. Si na Christine, yung SK is also parang influenced by you. Apart from sa barangay ni na Christine, ilang barangays pa na ba ang na influence niyo pa na mag-establish ng gardens?
Here in Zamboanga po, we already have 12 barangays who has the community farms. Although our target for this year is 40 because of the status, we are experiencing parang mahirap sa mobilization. But 12 is actually good.
Yes. So, ang dami na kaya nga ako ha. Kasi 2 pa lang yung sinisimulan namin because this year lang kami nagsimula. Oo, dun sa aming project with Kids Who Farm. No, at kumikita naman. Pero question ko lang din kasi SK kayo, 'di ba? Medyo iniba yung SK, yung budget niyo is sa inyo na talaga unlike before that you'll be getting from the barangay, tas ganun. Pero medyo revolutionary kasi yung ginawa niyo kasi if correct me if I'm wrong, comment dyan sa mga na nanonood natin ng mga kabataan na usually, yung mga projects ng SK is yung paliga, yung mga pagganon, hindi ganito. 'Di ba? So, paano? Why did you choose establishing urban community farm among other projects that you could have engaged into?
So actually, ma'am, here in Zamboanga kasi, since our started, we were inculcated by the nine centers of focus in SK because 'di ba nung nawala ang SK because of liga, grounds for corruption, yung mga pageants, parang ni-revise yung law ng SK which is the Reform Law Act the SK Reform Law Act, the 10742. So with that law, may mga provisions na, sa amin na yung budget, and then my SK Treasurer and Secretary, and then we are now focusing on the 9 centers of development. So we have the health, we have the environment, we have the education. So depende na po sa inyo kung saan po tayo magfo-focus. So, yun, gladly, last year lang talaga namin na-realize na food security is really important. Kaya nga nag-partner kami with Kids Who Farm. Kasi lockdown kasi last year eh. So,
Oo.
hindi pwedeng lumabas. And then, all of the markets are closed. So, wala kaming food source. And
Mm-mm.
then gutom lahat ng mga tao, and then we're actually waiting for the ayuda, ganun. So gladly, Kidzu Farm, our LGU City Agriculture has this initiative.
Oo. 'Di ba? Yung talaga para same pa din, 'di ba? Na parang ano, kailangan mo na talagang mag-grow from your backyard, in your backyard, your
Yes.
own food. You have to
Yes
become
po.
a producer na, hindi na lang sa consumer. Yung ano
Yes.
kasi, yung gano'n. Eto naman. So, move na muna ako. Hanggat nandito pa si Teacher Emmy. Maximize ko muna ha. Kasi, ang ganda kasi ng kwento niya, no? Teacher, so, she's a licensed teacher, LPT si Teacher Emmy, pero she transitioned to agriculture. Kasi Teacher Emmy, di ba, i-share ko na lang, initially, she comes from a farming family, but medyo hindi maganda yung experience. The typical na ano no ng farming na so she moved away kaya sabi ano na lang ha, this Teacher Emmy para pa-share na lang kung anong kwento, briefly na lang kung bakit ka naging teacher at bakit ka bumalik doon sa pagiging farming. Oo.
Kasi po, I've noticed kasi as a farmer, ang daming problema na nangyayari eh. Like for example, we cannot control the weather system kasi di natin alam kung saan kung kailan babagyo, kung kailan uulan ng malakas, kung kailan iinit, di ba? So as a youth, and for 2 years na tambay dito sa bahay and helping them, I see na parang bakit kaya hindi tayo magtatag or mag-establish ng isang project na kung saan pwede natin maiwasan yung weather system, pwede natin maiwasan yung ulan, pwede natin maiwasan yung matinding init. So why not we produce a product na tayo ang may control. So that's why this hydroponically grown lettuce dumating. And then ayun na nga on the process na siya.
Ayun. Ayun, 'di ba? Hindi lang sila nag-produce, naging winner pa siya. 'Di ba? So
Kaya nga
model na siya, influencer na siya doon, 'di ba? Si Teacher Emmy pala is an English teacher, no?
Kaya
So,
yes
ganon.
po.
Oo, pumasa siya kasi nga sabi ng mga, 'di ba? Yung sa parents mo, nila na parang encourage nila mag-teacher ka na nga tapos English para din matulungan na din kami. May mga ganong kwento pero because yung mindset kasi is you move away from farming. Yung mga ganun, no? Na understandable yun nga kasi yun nga mahirap yung farming eh. Hindi siya yung sinabi is climate change pa. Yung ganun. 'Di ba? So yun. So Teacher Emmy, salamat naman. Si Christine. Baka kasi balik tayo sa SK. Paano yung kwento niyo Christine sa pag niyo dito sa farming, yung UCM.
Good afternoon po, ma'am, no? And everyone who was watching sa live stream natin. Siguro po, tama yung sabi ni Sir Rem dyan eh, na late na natin nare-realize na importante yung food security. Importante kasi hindi natin kasi ma-anticipate kung like yung ganitong pandemic or any natural calamities na mararanasan natin. So, siguro with the increasing demand then also food supply, no, na we need to be more siguro innovative in our own in our community. So, magsa-start talaga tayo dapat sa community natin. to alam niyo 'yun, para makahanap tayo ng mga solusyon in order to, um, support the increasing, demand of food supplies dito sa community, and lalo na we are experiencing nga itong pandemic. And yung mga nakikita niyo diyan sa pictures is yan yung mga naha-harvest namin, and binebenta siya ng mga ano natin, ng mga OSY and mga volunteers para naman may kita, and we can use it para sa pag-sustain sa ating garden. Yes po.
Yun. So, you mentioned, so ito na yung garden and I understand, this is lot nila ni SK Chair Nicole, no, na
Yes po.
pinagamit na muna para gawin siya na project. So, this is compact farming, no, mga container farming lang siya, no, mga sako, anything
Yes po.
available sa backyard nyo. And you mentioned OSY, out of school youth. So, yung SK is helping the OSY or kayo partner. Ganito yung ano nyo, yung model nyo, yung
Yes po. We started this kasi urban gardening, with the help also of other agencies like the Kids Who Farm, and the City Agriculture, and also they approach us na kung pwede ba daw na may mga OSYs na parang ano ba yan, to be engaged in this kind of urban gardening. So, yun po, siguro at the start po ng yung sa year 2020, yung mga OSY pa po natin yung nagma-manage ng garden, and dahil nga po sa paiba-iba ng natin ng MECQ, GCQ, kaya yung
Yun.
mobilization, yes, yung mobilization dito sa city namin is mahirap talaga. And so yun, we come up with the SK volunteers. Yung mga volunteers na alam mo yun, ang ganda lang kasi na malaman na may mga kabataan pa pala na into gardening, na parang may pa sila, may pakialam pa sila sa food security, sa gardening. So it's really an talaga good investment yung urban gardening natin.
Yun, 'di ba? And speaking of investment, kumikita na nga talaga kayo,
Yes
no?
po.
Oo.
Nagla-learn na, kumikita pa. Yes po.
Ayun, 'di ba? Ang kagandahan niyan. Ako yun nga, napaka heartwarming nito kasi you're bringing na talaga agriculture to the youth na yung ma-aware na yun sila na ay ganito pala, dito pala galing yung mga pagkain natin. Kasi if the youth would be able to do that, at least paging mindful na siguro, no, yung mga na mga pagkain natin, wag tayo masyadong magsayang, 'di ba? Sa inyo Teacher Emmy, ganun din. Yung hydroponics nyo, are you also na selling na ba? You're also na?
Today, ma'am, on the process pa lang siya kasi 15 days pa lang siya to be exact. 16 days. So, on the process of implementation pa siya. So, by November, baka nasa marketing na ako. Na-ibebenta ko na siya and available na siya sa market.
Wow! So, eto na talaga. Todo na talaga. Balik na talaga sa agriculture.
Balik na talaga.
Oo.
Agriculture with business.
Ayun. Oo. Yun yung kayo sa sinabi kanina sa vlog na hindi lang tayo mag-produce, kumita din tayo. Kasi dapat ganyan yung agriculture. Siya, full circle siya. You produce, at the same time you earn. Diba? Para magawa naman yan kasi ng paraan. May diba? So, yun. So, Teacher Emmy, kasi may win ka na. 'Di ba? You're up for national competition din. Sabi, no, I'm so honored talaga. Tama, no? What's next for you? Oo. What's next? Ano pa?
Okay, so after this one, meron pa kaming laban for regional. So, hopefully, sana doon lang tayo sa positive, no? And then, so yung plano ko dito sa hydroponically grown lettuce is, in case money expand ko, and then planning for marketing na siya. So, I hope na magiging successful siya para yung marketing niya then ita-target natin. So, dun na siya.
Yes.
Sakita na tayo after
Oo.
nun.
Oo. So,
And success
mga
syempre na.
yes, we're hoping and praying for that. So panawagan na tayo ngayon pa, no? There is available lettuce that's safely grown, 'di ba? Wala siyang chemical na hinalo, 'di ba? So
Yes.
that's yun, 'di ba? Kasi magkaisa tayo doon na this is really
Mm-hmm.
naturally grown na
Natural,
mga
yes.
na mga vegetables. Yun, 'di ba? So eto, kasi nga sabi, anyone can answer this siguro sa inyo. Um, kasi yung iba nila, iba-iba yung mga youth ngayon eh, 'di ba? Nagkasabay na may Gen Y, may Gen Z. Hindi ko lang alam kung saan kayo na category doon. May millennial na nga daw, 'di ba? Sino nga ba yung mga kabataan ngayon in the context of nation building? Ano yung kabataan ngayon? Kasi para maliwanagan lang ang lahat na baka kayo special lang kayo na
Yeah.
na uy, ito mga oo. May mga ba? So siguro mga SK,
Yeah.
sino nga ba yung
So,
mga kabataan ngayon?
So, yeah, to answer lang, ma'am. So, yung mga kabataan kasi ngayon is they're actually techie. We are engaged. But some of the kabataans are not participative. Andun pa rin talaga yung less
Mm.
participation. But last year nga, it's really a blessing in disguise that last year it was lockdown, tapos the initiatives of the youth arose, diba? So yun,
Mm.
we are very engaged of the things that is happening in our society. We are very technical, but 'di ba, we are creative, and also we need the wisdom pa rin ng mga adults pa rin. So it's parang 'di ba, youth and adult partnership pa rin. But we have the creativity, we have the energy, we have yeah, yun.
'Di ba? Oo, yung sinabi mo kasi I also gathered like on the part sa kanila ni Christine, meron siyang sabi na if only daw earlier niya nalaman yung farming, sana daw he could have spent more time into it rather than
Mhm.
playing ML. 'Di ba? At least 'di ba? 'Di ba
Yes.
yung mga ganon, 'di ba? Parang kasalanan pa ng ML ngayon, 'di ba?
Opo. Parang ganun, yes.
No,
So,
pero yun
yun.
nga, oo. Ano na siya, the marriage of technology into agriculture, yan siguro yung nyo, yan yung strength
Yes.
nyo. Oo.
Yes.
Tas, no, 'di ba? So kaya nga making farming more fun, mas
Fun and
easier na siya, hindi na yan siya
yes.
yung labor intensive. Tapos ngayon pa, kasi meron ng financial literacy. So tinuturuan na talaga.
Yes.
Kasi yun yung 'di ba, challenge dati na mag-produce lang sila and let the middlemen get their food. So kaya medyo discourage yung
Mhm.
iba na mag-produce kasi
Yes.
Yes.
on their end, mura na lang siya. Pero you are a testament that can be done even in small spaces lang siya because you are
Yes.
already earning. 'Di ba? Ito siguro parang pang Miss Universe question, 'di ba? Pang closing na question sa inyo. I'd like to hear your insight, 'di ba? Kasi ang sinasabi nila is Dr. Jose Rizal is saying that the youth is the hope of our nation. In this experience nyo, ano yung insight nyo dyan? Ano yung masasabi nyo dyan? At totoo ba na ang mga kabataan ngayon, may future pa ba yung Pilipinas natin with this mga kabataan ngayon? Who would like to go first? Si last na natin si Teacher Chris, Teacher Emmy, si Christine na muna siguro ang natin, pa-share. What's
Sige.
your insight on that?
Siguro po, ma'am, no, I definitely agree po na ang kabataan is yung pag-asa ng bayan. Yung nga yung parang tumatak din sa mind natin even before. Pero kasi every pagdaan kasi ng mga ilang years, generations, mas lalo kasing nagiging parang ngayon technological world, nasa technological world na tayo. So merong disadvantage, merong disadvantage yung technological world na ginagalawan natin ngayon. Yun na nga, sabi ni Sir Rem diyan kanina na parang nagiging masyadong techy na yung mga kabataan, even yung mga younger pa talaga, marunong nang mag-phone, marunong nang mag-laptop, marunong mag-tablet. So, parang it's not good, no? It's not good to parang inculcate in their mind na yung technology natin ngayon is parang in the mere of parang technology lang, dapat marunong ka gumamit nito, ganyan. Pero dapat i-inculcate din natin sa mga kabataan ngayon na technology can be ano ba yan, parang way para mas makatulong tayo sa community natin, sa country natin. So in terms of yun na nga, farming, so gaya kanina ng mga USTP
Students
participants, 'di
kanina.
ba? Students, yes po. Very inspiring and amazing lang talaga yung mga nagawa nila na alam niyo yun sa batang edad na nakakatulong na sa community and even going for national competitions para ipakita yung galing ng kabataan and to connect with that masasabi I still parang believe na talagang kabataan is the pag-asa ng bayan
Hope
kasi
para.
yes, yung hope kasi ngayon yung mga kabataan masyado ng um, nag engage na sila sa mga initiatives nila na parang alam niyo yun, ang dami ng initiatives na merong iba sumasali na sa mga organizations na may mga community projects para makatulong sa ating community and with that let's encourage the youth, the young ones to really engage more and take lead, be the parang be the promoter be the
Oo.
promoter in yung parang leading the community into lalo na itong urban agriculture natin, no. It's really important kasi hindi natin alam kung kailan tayo mawawalan ng pagkain and it is very kasi nga nutritious na, safe, may makikita ka pa and while learning ang daming mangyayari and yun naniniwala pa rin ako na the children or the youth are the hope of our nation.
Yun, 'di ba? Oo naman. Kasi mas aware na ang mga kabataan na rin ngayon, no? Mas involved yung like it's just a matter of like how you use the technology ba to your
Yes.
advantage, na to your disadvantage. SK Che, Ramzan, anong ma-share nyo mo dyan na insight?
Yun. So, actually, parang lahat ng sinabi ni Christine is very, parang in addition lang, no? I still believe that the youth is the hope of the future because of us here. So, andito tayo ngayon to make a change, to make a revolutionary change to the community and with the projects. So although may challenge lang sa I mean
Pag-implement.
pag-implement, pag-invite ng youth to actually amplify their voices, to empower them, but still it's a good step to
Mm-mm.
na we actually do na in making small steps it can actually give you bigger 'di ba, so yun
Progress, oo.
just in addition with Christine.
Oo. Yun, 'di ba? Nga ano lang, sa tulong-tulong ng mga
Yes,
kabataan, 'di ba? We're
yes
making this
po.
world a better place to live in kahit na ano. And Teacher Emmy, your thoughts? Oo, message mo na din sa mga kabataan.
Okay, so my thoughts about youth is the hope of the nation. I definitely agree din. Kasi, nowadays, no, techie na nga sabi nila. So, andito na yung advancement ng mga youth and Yet, madali silang makakope sa advancement ng technology which can fight the climate change. Yun yung positive doon sa mga youth nowadays. They are very resilient na din kasi like for example, they can create and innovate something na wala pa dati, no? And then um totoo na ang kabataan ng pag-asa ng bayan. So, they can create a solution to a certain problem na hindi pa na-discover. And then, syempre, andyan sila tumutulong sa atin in order for this nation to be a better place. Yan. And then,
Yun. Oh.
para mag-create ng magandang sustainable living here.
Ayun, totoo yun. 'Di ba? Oo. So, dahil sa inyo, and I pray and hope and pray na dadami pa kayo, ma-reach nyo talaga yung target nyo. Okay yung 12. Kaysa naman wala,
Yes.
'di ba? But
Yes.
the 40 is a standard, pero yung 12 madami na yun. Medyo nga struggle
Yes.
pa kami mag-establish yung dalawa eh. So, 12 na agad in just a matter of like 1 year. Congratulations sa inyo, sa
Thank
inyo,
you po.
Teacher Emmy. All the best sa inyong competition at sana din, yun, we hope and pray na talagang may return. For sure, meron niyang return. Ang sarap ng lettuce, tapos yung iba pang mga vegetables dyan. No? Salamat for your time this afternoon and I hope na ma-meet na, makavisit din kami dun sa mga farms nyo. Kaya nakapunta kami ng Capiz, hindi pa ako nakapunta doon. At makabalik ulit dyan sa Zamboanga. And yun, so maraming salamat. And as what Sir Ramjan kanina sinabi na it's not just about the youth. Meron ding mga adults, mga guidance ng adults. We'll be sharing with you this video kasi yung USTP Claveria, may ginawa silang pandemic farm which is a model and a learning site para sa ating mga kabataan who wish really to study on agriculture. So, this is a technology that USTP Claveria is offering to the community. You can visit USTP Claveria to really see this. But for now, watch this video.
Our project, Efficiency and Productivity of Food Production Systems Towards Food Resiliency Amidst Pandemic Crisis, is a component of the pandemic farm of USTP Claveria, which forms part of the COVID-19 response initiative of the university. So during the heights of the COVID-19 way back of June last year, we are grateful that the university were able to get funds from the Australian Centre for International Agricultural Research through their Alumni Research Support Facility or the HRERSF program, which supports the establishment of this farm. So basically, the project focuses on backyard vegetable gardening with potential for adoption for both urban and rural households. So our focus is evaluating and showcasing 4 vegetable production systems like vertical gardening, square foot gardening, container gardening, and the raised bed gardening or the hilly land gardens, and the combinations of these production systems. So all this in comparison with the conventional practices of backyard gardening. So the crops we are growing are mainly pinakbit type. So we have talong, okra, pulsitaw, ampalaya, and squash. Our raised bed gardening are designed for sloping or hilly backyard. So for this particular production system, we are growing our leafy veggies, different varieties of lettuce, pichay, cabbage, and the plant kangkong. So when we conceptualize the project, we are thinking of providing a show window to our Filipino households of what we can possibly do in our backyard, particularly when we are in lockdown. So especially for our vulnerable sectors like the senior citizens, people with comorbidities, or young individuals, for everyone na binabawalang lumabas ng bahay, or even for us who prefer to be staying at home amidst this pandemic. So through this project, we want to establish a model of how we can maximize our backyard, of how we can be productive if we only have a 3 square meter area in our backyard to produce vegetables. Our purpose is to showcase not just the typical or conventional backyard gardening, but something innovative that will not just provide a continuous supply of nutritious vegetables for the family, but will also provide leisure to stay away from boredom, from stress, or especially
Love? Yun. So no, you have seen the pandemic
COVID-19.
farm.
Sumikat ang mga plantitas, ang mga plantitus. So napag-isipan ng team namin that we can showcase landscaping by growing vegetables in our backyard instead na puro na lang ornamental. So at the same time, a system of growing vegetable na kayang-kayang gawin ng bawat miyembro ng pamilya, either bata man or matanda. So again, thank you very much to Asia in Canberra, Australia and Asia Philippines for the funding support, and to the University of New England in Australia who managed the implementation of this project. Also to my mentor, Dr. Gordon Rogers of the Applied Horticultural Research in Australia. We are also thankful to the USTP administration, to our President, Dr. Butch Cultura, and to the RD personnel of the USTP Claveria for the support in the implementation of this project.
Yun, no, mga ka-IH at saka mga ka-GSK, you have seen the pandemic farm. It's functional na. They started it last year. Magpasalamat lang ko kay Dr. Apple Gonzaga and Ma'am Nilda Gonzaga, the Gonzaga family diha sa Claveria, and of course the RDE office of USTP Claveria for sharing with us this about sa pandemic farm. So if you are going to Claveria para magpabugno no kay Chada dito mga mga dito mga pagkaon, you can drop by because it's just by the road. Makita ninyo siya ang pandemic farm, and just have to coordinate with USTP Claveria para maka-visit mo, and you can also learn there because as was shared there no, nakita ni siya na sa previous pod namo nga mga webinars nga sa GSK gi-share na siya itong mga different farm techniques or technology. We have the vertical farming, we have the container farming, and raised beds, so mga ganon. So you can learn from there. Kaya para, there is always learning para mas ma-intensify na to ato ang information of knowledge about agriculture. Now, we mentioned earlier that farming this day shouldn't be just about production, but about really earning, no? And the USTP also has the Food Innovation Center, the Northern Mindanao Food Innovation Center that assists budding entrepreneurs in the in the value adding of their products. It's situated at CDO campus, and you can drop by their office and ask because they assist there. They recently have some technology transfer na gihatag nila back to the community or to the industry that they have assisted. So, if you want to learn more of that FIC, the Northern Mindanao Food Innovation Center at USTP Cagayan de Oro campus, check out this video. Right. Medyo may mga tayo sa technical glitch. Medyo pa muna sana ako, di ba? Magpa-smile muna. But really, FIC, would like to thank Ma'am June.
Prior to the establishment of the Northern Mindanao Food Innovation Center, there was a proposal in 2008 for a facility that would help local businesses with the packaging and labeling of their food products. Finally, in 2012, the Food Producers Association of Northern Mindanao expressed the need for a food research facility that will help its members improve existing food products or expand concepts into products.
The Northern Mindanao Food Innovation Center was established to assist the growing number of micro, small, and medium enterprises in Northern Mindanao.
Moving forward, we wanted the FRC to be one of the biggest research center in Mindanao, where its technology output brings economic impact to the region.
Primarily in the future, we are looking forward into seeing these micro and small enterprises grow to at least become medium enterprises, again to contribute to sustainable growth in the country for Industry 4.0.
As a technology hub for innovations and technical support services for the food industry in the region, we are guided by our tagline, which says, transforming concepts into products, making local innovations work.
One of the program of FIC is to assist them in the product development. Okay, as you notice here in Northern Mindanao alone, there are already products or there are already SMS assisted by our FIC. The product, the labeling, the packaging. As you notice, there are products now in the market. Okay. So the FIC help on that.
So if you have an idea or a concept regarding food that you would want to develop further, that you would want to grow into a business, come and see us at FIC.
The NMFIC serves as a technology hub for innovations, research and development, and support services for the value adding of fresh produce and development of processed foods in northern Mindanao.
I believe this FIC has an impact to the community when it comes to the food industry. They help this industry in improving and producing their product, increasing the value of their product.
All right. So we are going to share with you one more about what FIC has done, the technology transfer. This is just a very short video that we can share with you. There you have it, no, mga ka-IH and GSK. You've seen how NMFIC assists and help our budding entrepreneurs. So this is one way that you can earn more in your production by value adding your products. Hindi lang siya yung typical, yung the usual na raw materials na lang or yung raw products ng agriculture ang gagawin nyo. Kasi like, we have problems with oversupply or overproduction of tomatoes. So, baka pwede nyo siyang itap dyan sa NMFIC, pa-check sa kanila, conduct a study kung ano pang pwedeng gawin para ma-value adding si tomato apart from making it as a ketchup. No, 'di ba? So many things that you can explore and USTP is offering that to the community. Now, ang ano lang natin ngayon, ang question natin ngayon is because we have heard the stories of the youth, they have their initiatives, they have their drive, they have their passion na no, even if we are living in the 4.0 now, hindi pa din siya na nakakalimutan yung agriculture kasi ano na tayo ngayon agri-tech, 'di ba? The marriage of agriculture and technology to make production mas extensive and mas easier rather than more labor intensive. No, the challenge remains, what are you gonna do? May kailangan pa ba tayong mga changes na gawin? May kailangan pa ba tayong mga issues na i-address? No, we are introducing to you this afternoon a partnership with USTP, KWF, with Zero Hunger Lab wherein students can participate kung paano siya hold on, di pa muna yan. Wherein students can participate in the changing of our policies, in the making of new policies to make our kasi pag-usapan mong food security, ang lawak kasi. Meron niyang issue on malnutrition. Meron niyang food safety na issue. Meron niyang food production na issue. So, ang lawak siya. But, hindi siya ibig sabihin na kasi malawak siya, sila na lang ang gagawa. You can have a stake on that issue. So, we'll be sharing with you Zero Hunger Lab, especially sa ating mga students, kung paano kayo, through your researches and through your mga extension ng mga projects, that you can make our world more food secure and more resilient. Ergo, a sustainable community.
The Zero Hunger Lab invites you to partner with us in addressing food security and malnutrition all over the country. Our objectives are to work with you to co-convene stakeholders at the local level. And for universities, we hope that you can work with us in incubating innovations through participatory action research and design thinking. At the local level, we also want to harness the capacities of universities for data management and interpretation so that we can work jointly with the local government units to understand the food security and nutrition challenges and opportunities in our provinces. We hope that you can link research with practice within the departments in the disciplines in your university and also with other universities in the country and in other countries. We hope that through the Zero Hunger Lab, our research will be more easily utilized by partnering with the local government units and other stakeholders. We have some prototypes for this in the past. And here we have a photo of senior high school students presenting their findings on childhood malnutrition to the mayor here in black. Childhood malnutrition in Sultan Kudarat it was a problem, and top priority of the mayor, and he requested the local schools to work on this problem. And here we have a research forum in the social lab that was set up. And this enhances the educational experiences of the student as well as provides additional data and interpretation that informs municipal policy making. We also have some emerging transnational collaboration. And here we have a couple of students from Lehigh University in the US working with our colleagues in De La Salle University in Manila on food security and nutrition information systems. We hope that over time, our network of university-hosted Zero Hunger Labs will provide a national and even transnational platform for advancing the knowledge and research on what works in food security and nutrition by bridging the gap between local action research and then collaboration across universities. So what might a university benefit and what can you do to launch a Zero Hunger Lab in your university? Step 1, identify interested faculty and students and their preferred topics and themes in food security and nutrition. Step 2, scope out projects, preferably in partnership with your local government units, the nutrition officers in the municipality, city, and province will have baseline data that you can work on to sharpen the scope of student projects. Number 3, link with field partners. And then number 4, initiate conversations on with your province and cities and municipalities to discuss multi-year collaboration on reducing food security and childhood malnutrition in your area. So we're looking forward to these partnerships, and do reach out to us if you're interested. Thank you.
Yun! Thank you so much, Sir Elmer Soriano. No, that was the bosses of Sir Elmer Soriano and Zero Hunger Lab is the most recent partner of the USTP through the Center for Human Development. And we're looking out for students in their researches sa backstage, nag-uusap na kami ni Sir Jogs. Kasi may mga students diyan na may mga ganun. So, yun. It's been an insightful... Nabusog ba kayo sa afternoon na to ngayon? Mga comments natin, be? Matingnan natin. Ayun nga, si Sir Jogs nagsabi, have a project for looking at food wastage. Ayun, Sir Jogs, usap tayo with Sir Elmer and adding value to agri-products. Ayun. So, 'di ba? Ang saya mundo natin with all these initiatives and programs coming from the youth and of course to the collaboration of mga experts, no? Kasi ganoon na nga where we are not living this world on our own, because at the end of the day we are interconnected, interrelated, and whatever you do affects your community, this generation, and the generations to come. Ako, busog na busog ako sa mga kwento ng mga youth leaders natin. There's supposed to be one more, kaso lang, that's with Miss City Asia Mai. Unfortunately, meron talagang technical difficulties dun sa Marawi. We understand parang nag-blackout doon yung mga kasi PRRD is in Marawi right now to commemorate the second year of the liberation of Marawi from the terrorists. So, medyo nagkataon lang because she's from Marawi. That story is inspiring. We will have a separate schedule with Miss Tita Asia Mai on that. I hope that you watch out for that. We'll arrange that because her story is about mushroom for change, the production of mushroom that has influenced a lot of young people and women in Marawi. So, yun, mga kwento ng pagbangon. So, I am at a loss for words. Let us always remember, no, that with that in all that we do, we ought to live in harmony because at the end of the day, we only have one earth. We are to care and share, thereby let's live in harmony. This is Angel Lascuna Cullera. Let's all work together to make this world a better place to live. Happy Saturday and happy Sabbath. Enjoy your weekend.